it is.
Daddy, look at it, man. Why don't try to match my Carolina blue? Like this ain't like dog. Look, this ain't. You know what I mean? Like people gonna think you called me to set the outfit up. No, this ain't. No, this ain't Step Brothers and all that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
roll dolos from state to state. Hold on, Big V. Let me hit you. Let me hit you. Let me make sure you get in the camera right here. Huh? Let me make sure I get in the camera right there. Are you able to see that? Are you able to see that? I roll dolos from state to state. You better, fool. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm so glad you bring up Belly because man, we gotta give a rest in peace real quick to the homie Power from Wu-Tang. He passed
Yeah,
away
yeah,
yesterday, man. I'm so glad that you even bringing up Belly. He was for those that don't know, you know what I mean, he was very influential in the Wu success behind the scenes, if you will. You know what I mean? Go and check out the Wu-Tang special on Hulu. You will see some glimpse of what Power had to do with, you know what I mean, the Wu. And I mean, if you listen to any Wu Tang music, they always brought up Power. You
yeah. They
probably
do.
heard that they wasn't talking about Power, they was talking about Power. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? We lost a good one yesterday, 52 years old, man.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And
Integral part, man.
integral part.
Probably wouldn't be household names without that guy.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Man, rest in power. Power, man. We got to start it off real right. Can it be that it was all so simple, baby? Can it be that it was all so simple, baby? Oh, man,
It's the
man.
remix, son.
Come on,
Act like
man.
you know. Okay, let me chill.
Act like you
Time. Go ahead.
know. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Yo,
hit him
man.
with the regular one and the remix.
Come on, man. I need them to bring back Woo wear. I need a fly Woo jacket, Corey. I need the leather joint.
Yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
know, I think I may have brought this up on an older podcast. There's actually some still WooWear stores around. Now, are they brick and mortar? I have no idea. But I felt like I saw somewhere where it's like, oh no, WooWear is still like out here where you can like order it. I'm like,
I might need to do my due diligence. You know what I mean?
you and
I'm,
me both.
I'm gonna have to see what I can do. You know what I mean? Yo, man, this is the Zone Sports Podcast.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yes, sir. And that is the human air horn himself. Corey, he never telling the same old time story, and we still ain't got no budget. But guess what? We may have some air horns soon. You know what I mean? We may have some space for some air horns soon. You just make sure that you just keep watching as we strive and doing what we doing. I'm your host, your boy Big V, the other host, my bad. You know what I mean? We here today to get into some sports talk. Corey, man, how you been, man? How you week, man?
Man, so far so good. Cannot complain, man. Getting it in, trying to teach my little daughter how to write. So I'm getting her hands trained to write, starting with
Yeah.
her name. And so she spells her name Kori. And let me tell you something, Big V. Everything is cool until we get to that O. When that O hits there, she wants to just keep doing it and takes up the whole paper, the whole thing. And she was like, "Nah, Dad, I'm calling an audible on this tracing of my name here. I'll stick close to the lines with everything else. And not only that, I'm gonna do it with my left hand. So I mean, that's what we got going. I'm trying to teach baby girl how to stay in the lines, but she's only 3. So I mean, it's all good. It's cute. It's fun. We gonna get there, but we got to get them old straight, Big V. How do you be, my brother?
Man, everything is good my way. You know what I mean? I'm in the studio working on some new music, you know what I mean? Still in my producer bag too, you know what I mean? Working at that, man, every day, going crazy, man. Just send over some beats to one of my favorite underground artists. I'm not gonna say no names. We're gonna see what come about it. Nothing may come about it. I'm just glad they hit me back on the, you know what I mean, on the
Yeah,
DM and hit me
there
with
you
the
go.
email. So, you know what I mean? I'm cooking though, you know what I mean? That's it. That's all, you know what I mean? Yo, let's just get right into it, man. We had the big game this past week. We ain't got time to play with them. Let's get into the Duke in Michigan, baby. You know
Let's
what I
do it.
mean? As
Let's
bad
do
as
it.
it pains me to say, the number one team now is the Duke Blue Devils after their win over the Michigan Wolverines this past weekend, 68-63. You know what I'm saying? Corey, listen, man. I listen. I hit you and told you, bro. I hope you watching the game because we got to get into this. Listen,
Yeah.
man. Yo, I got some notes, man. I want to get into about this game. First of all, what a hell of a game,
It
top to
was a hell of
bottom.
a game.
Top to bottom, Corey. I have here in my notes about the Duke game. Let me see, because I gotta get into this, man. Here we go. It was physical as hell. It was physical as hell. And that might be an understatement. I might be underselling the physicality by saying it was physical as hell. I'ma quote my guy, JB. I don't even know if it's my guy JB who said it, but if you're a wrestling fan, you know when I say this who I'm talking about. It
Yeah.
was a slobber knocker, Corey. That's what I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? You know,
Jim Ross.
Jim Ross, there we go, man. You know what I mean? My boy Jim Ross. Shout out to Jim Ross, man. It was a slobber knocker, Corey, from top to
Yeah.
bottom man, on both ends. Man, I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't expect Duke to play this physical. I knew how Michigan was gonna give it up,
Yeah.
but to me, Duke can be a little soft. You know what I mean? At times, and I say that probably with a little you know what I mean, with a little hate on my tongue. I ain't gonna lie. Hey man, hey, Carolina born and bled, baby. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Tar Heels all day. But taking that out of it, man, for real, they played a hell of a game, top to bottom. Even the guys that was coming off the bench was playing physical as hell. For both on both teams, I don't think I saw a loose ball without somebody on the floor for it, Corey. Every possession. I'm talking about no matter what the half was, no matter what the score was, if there was a loose ball to be sought after, you couldn't look on the floor and not see Wolverine blue and Duke white and blue on the floor. 3 and 4 guys diving at the ball. Pause. It was insane, Corey. This is my kind of college basketball. This is getting me revved up for March, Corey. I
That's
was
it.
fired up. I'm trying. Listen, man. Listen. This is why it is important and imperative between EA and 2K. I need y'all to get the college basketball game out
Gotta
next
get
year.
that going.
We talking
Agreed.
2027. I
Say that.
need to be playing an EA or a 2K college basketball game. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If y'all give me the college, y'all can keep the pro joint. Just give me the college. Well, let me take that back. Because now we're going to be able to transfer our guy over to the 2K. That's going to be crazy.
I miss.
Oh, my God. Listen, I had to bring the PS3 back in the crib so I can play, you know what I mean, the college hoops again. It's almost March. I got to start my tourney, baby.
Yeah.
I got to do it. Man, listen. I also noticed about this game, the defense on both ends. Stellar. Stellar, dog. Listen, I'm watching the game, and every time damn near Duke was on the drive and tried to go to the hoop, it was getting swatted. I had to
Yeah.
learn that the center from Michigan was fourth in the nation in blocks. I wasn't familiar with his game, Corey.
Neither was I.
Yo, you talking about SWAT City. You hear me? It was crazy, but the defense that was locking up, Duke was locking up too. Hey, look, I gotta tip my hat to Cam Boozer. I ain't gonna lie. Listen. Listen. Maybe it was me who was really doubting how nice he was, and I say that with respectfully. I saw what he did against us. I mean, him and my guy was going back and forth against us. What's my
Yeah.
guy name? Wilson. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that was going back and forth against us, and that was fire. But um, to be matched up with a team that you don't play, that's not in your conference, you won't even see again unless y'all meet head to head
Right.
in the tourney. He showed his ass, Corey. This was his test. You're going against the number one team at the time in the nation with Michigan on a neutral court too, and I want to talk about that, yo. It wasn't in Duke. It wasn't in Durham and Duke. It wasn't in Michigan at their stadium. Neutral court in DC.
Yeah.
And you showed your ass like that, yo, man, I gotta salute it. On both ends, he played D2. Yo, salute, salute. I can't even argue with yo. Um, Duke is not number one. I think it's a well-deserved number one. I think this was the game. If you had any doubt that they were for real,
Mm-hmm.
that your doubt should not even be in your mind anymore. Yo, Duke is for real, and this is coming from a Carolina fan. Duke is for real. I keep telling y'all, man, about this ACC.
You've been on it.
I
You've been
keep
on
telling
it like
y'all
a
about
champ.
this ACC, and this is the game that if you didn't know by now that the ACC is legit, you take us and put us against a Big Ten team against Michigan, and this is what we do on a neutral court.
Sounds like the tournament to me.
Sound like the tournament. You got to salute it, man. What was your thoughts watching
Man,
this game, man?
so selfishly, I don't really watch other people play college basketball unless they're going against the Tar Heels, especially during certain times of the season. And when I do tune in to see a Duke Blue Devil game, it is with the intent that they're going to get their asses.
They're going to get their asses kicked.
Or they got a good chance of getting their asses whooped. And this failed to materialize. So that's why I watched the game. Because I'm like, wait a minute. Michigan number one, Duke 3. I ain't no mathematician, but I know a number 1 and a number 3 ought to be a pretty darn good game. Matter of fact, this past weekend, you had a number 1 against a number 3 and a 2 against a 4. I tapped in on those two, but we ain't talking about that right now. So I'm like, okay, look, we got like Tar Heels, we got them. We got Duke. You know what I'm saying? Duke's about to catch another L. Now, would I have betted money on that? No. Because again, I don't watch enough of them respectfully to know. I'm like, this is kind of a big deal. This is a big deal game. So let me go ahead and at least watch it. I was going to give it the halftime, and man, I couldn't turn away.
No, you couldn't turn away.
I could not turn away. I'm learning a lot about Michigan team. This guy named Yaxel Lindenborg. We got 21.7 rebounds.
What a story, too. I like this story, too. They was dropping some of his story within the game. What a comeback kid, man. What a comeback kid. If you're not familiar with the story, go look it up.
Man, and so I'm watching that. I'm watching the matchup of him and to see what him and Booz are going to do. And of course, they switch off. Of course, Patrick and Gamba from Duke. And I totally forgot that one of our Tar Heel players transferred over to Michigan with Elliot Cadeau. I totally forgot about him. I used to call him Marcus Page Jr. because he looks like he could be Marcus Page's little brother and kind of got a good sweet spot of a shot. And so I'm watching the game, and every time that there was a commercial, I'm like, I need for it to hurry up. I'm ready for these guys to get it going. And I'm going to tell you, look, I get it. I could take my Tar Heel hat off for 3.5 nanoseconds and give props to where it belongs with Duke and with Michigan. In all honesty, I am a cautious fan of any team that I root for. And I'm just going to be real. I would strongly prefer not to see neither one of these teams in the tournament at all under any circumstances. And the reason why I say that is because right now, Caleb Williams is he's targeting coming back against Duke, right? Like that's a target. There's no medical reason to think that that's really going to happen. The point I'm making is that Caleb is not going to be 100%. He's just not. And we're clearly not the same team. We played better a couple of days ago on Saturday or whatnot, but we're not that first team that played against Duke.
And that's who I meant too, was going back and forth with Cam Boozer. I don't think I said Caleb. I forgot who I said, but that's who I meant. Yeah.
Caleb, yeah. And so, so for that reason alone, if we could take an easier path and let Caleb work his way into where he was prior to the injury, I would feel better. I'm hoping that we can. I know I done hijacked the conversation with Tar Heels. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Hopefully we can make a deep run in the ACC tournament, and because we need him back. Getting back to these two guys, Duke and Michigan deserve everything they got coming their way. Duke is the truth.
Yes.
I know. I hear it. I'm still riding. I'm still riding. But dog, they are running like a well-oiled machine, and this team is scary. They are.
I mean, you
When we
got
play
they
them
got they,
in Cameron, we're going to have our hands full.
I mean, they got it's the others too. It ain't just Cam.
That,
It's the
say that.
others, man. I mean, they got the guy
Yeah.
from Fayetteville that can shoot it real great with the dreads and all. I forgot his name. Man,
Yeah.
they got a lot of good pieces. That they can play damn near 9 to 10 players, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
They can do that, bro. And not to slight Michigan because they can do the same too. That's what made the
Yeah.
game so great. And I got some of my notes too I want to talk about because you brought up commercials. Where the hell was the commercials during this game, Corey? Did you know? Did you notice that the whole night watching the game, when it's supposed to went to commercials, it just stayed on the screen of the gym. Even at
Yeah.
halftime, we didn't even get no halftime report. I don't know if somebody fell asleep on the job. I don't know if Disney say, you know what, we ain't paying no bills this game.
Yeah.
Nobody gets no ad money, no ad sponsorship. It is over. Yo, I was just bugging out like they really not gonna cut no commercials. It was just weird. It was just
Yeah.
weird. It was just weird, man. Yeah, Duke, you know what I mean, is definitely deserved #1 right now. Again, it's speak the whole game just spoke tournament to me. I'm here for this, man. I'm here for this.
Called it.
I'm
Especially about
so
the ACC. You called it, bro.
and you brought up the other game. I think it was Kansas and Houston, was it not?
Yeah.
What a game!
Yeah.
What a game! What a game! I'm gonna be honest with you though, Corey, and I know everybody gonna hate me when I say this, and maybe I'm not. You know, I just maybe haven't just seen enough. I'm not sold on your man Peterson for Kansas. I'm just not.
Mm.
I'm not sold.
Do you say that because of the amount of time that he hasn't played? Do you think
Yeah,
he's preserving himself for the NBA? Because that's the talk right now.
I don't. Is that what they're saying? They're saying he's preserving himself for the NBA.
It's rumors. So he like a couple of games ago, he was out for the flu, and some people use air quotes with that. Other times he's out for cramping and things of that nature. People are kind of accusing him of picking his spots. And so right now, the word is, do you draft him #1 with that mentality, or is he a guy that's going to play balls to the wall no matter what? And so cats are questioning his hunger. Now, I've heard other people refer to him as the next Kobe. I would slow down on that, but I haven't watched enough Kansas games to say yay or nay because he doesn't halfway play.
I've watched some, and I can
Okay.
tell you he's not the next Kobe.
Okay.
When I'm watching him play, I don't. To me personally, I just don't see what the hype is about. I
Yeah.
just I don't get it. I'm not saying he's not a good player. I think he's a decent player. #1, I don't know. I think it's I think it's a couple other guys who are more exciting than him. I'm gonna be honest. I get more thrill out of watching Blue P. Miller from
Oh,
SMU. He's a
yeah.
dog. I mean,
Yeah.
I keep bringing him up. He's a dog, man. It's a couple. Even with Caleb, I get
Yeah.
it's a lot more guys that are more exciting than him.
Man.
And I gave him the eye test score in the few games that I've seen him.
Okay.
I'm just not sold as the #1 pick.
I'm with you. We played them earlier in the season, and when we beat Kansas, because they've been murdering us since like the mid to early 2000s.
Right.
And I really don't remember him on the court. Like he played that game. I had to look up, but that's my point. I had to look up the stats to remember whether he played or not. Like when we played Duke, I remember if Cam Bruiser played.
Right.
Even years ago, where we beat Duke. Oh, well, I remember Zion Williamson getting injured within the first half of the game with the whole shoe split. Like you remember, like really impact players. You remember them, and I don't remember him. But again, I've only watched one Kansas game, and that was against us. So I will digress. I will always admit my Tar Heel bias. Is he a top 5 player? Maybe. Is he #1? I don't know about that. I mean, just off of what I've seen, I would look at Cameron Boozer from Duke as #1. I will look at Caleb number one. I mean, I could go maybe a few more other players before I get to him, but that's just because you're talking about the intangibles, the things that won't show up on a stat sheet. If I'm drafting you number one, I don't want to have to question whether you saving yourself. And the reason why I say that, and I'll go, is because this isn't college basketball of the past. You are getting paid now. If you're one of the top,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
This is not like it was years ago. Where because if a while, I'm like, and to give you a quicker point, and I'll wrap up. When Caleb broke his hand, I was telling my wife, I was like, man, if this was my son, even though he's getting paid, if this was my son, I would probably tell him, you know what, man, it's a good one. You need to save yourself for the NBA. If that was my son, not a Tar Heel fan, that's my boy, because I know what can happen. And I get it. Athletes, they get insurance on their, hands and stuff like that. It ain't gonna be nothing compared to an NBA contract. Let me tell you. And college ain't gonna be nothing compared to an NBA contract. But it ain't like you getting diapers for donuts either. I'm quite sure my man from Kansas is a multimillionaire, as we have in this podcast right now. You go out and you play, but he's not my son.
That's a good point. That is a good point, man. Look, let's keep it on college, because listen, we got to get to the podcast clip that I sent of you of the Bajas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody over at the Bajas, Raymond Felton, you know what I mean? Theo Pinson and the boys, you know what I mean? I'm just really discovering their podcast. And man, let me tell you, I have subscribed. I have been on the deep dive, because I got some more things that I want to discuss that I just discovered today. That we got.
Well, real quick before you go, Big V, I saw them about maybe a year ago on the podcast, and it was about our guy, Tar Heel guy, PJ Harrison, who used to play. It was a 2-hour one. That was a real good one if you got time for that one.
I'm gonna have to look that one up. Yeah, so it was, they had a spirited debate, if you will, amongst their pod and amongst their chat about because before I even say it, again, it is a podcast with a Uconn guy. I can't remember his name. Pardon me. I'm so sorry. I'm just discovering the pod. But it was Theo Pinson.
Love Theo.
And Raymond Felton. Both one guy went to Uconn and the other two guys went to Carolina. So boom. They're having a debate of who wins the game against the Uconn, who had better guards. First of all, let's start from the top. They were saying take the top 5 Carolina players that you can name and put them against the top 5 Uconn guys, and who would actually win. Theo said it's not even a discussion. Theo didn't even want entertainment after a while. He was trying to wrap the show up like, oh, good night, me. We're done. The guy from Uconn said, not so fast, my friend. It's a little bit closer than what you think. And I took some notes here, Corey, and I mean, they was talking Felton against Kimber Walker, if you will. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to zoners out there, we're just strictly speaking on their college basketball game, not the pro game, not how many all-star games that they went to, not who had the better pro career, but collegiately. We're speaking collegiately.
Straight up college.
They were speaking that Uconn maybe had better guards. And I'm here to highly disagree with that. I'm here. I know they started naming guys, Kimber, Rip Hamilton, you know what I mean? But you got, that's where it got to stop at. You know what I mean? Let's not get crazy. Let's not talk about one of the point guys that's sitting there himself in the great Raymond Felton. You know what I mean? We know what Felton. Salute. You know what I mean?
Salute.
And let's not get crazy as we talk about the guards, my personal favorite.
Yeah.
And the great Ed Cota. Dog, let's not get crazy now. Let's not get crazy. That is my favorite point guard from North Carolina. Ed Cota was an animal.
Yes.
Let's not get crazy. And they try to do this list and keep Michael off of it because they said, and the other guy was like, nah, let's keep Michael in it. And you
Why
know,
not?
hey, you know what I
Shooting
mean?
guard, you played the two.
Hey,
You talking about guards, right? He said he was a number two.
we talking about guards, man. I mean, dog, it's too many to name.
Yeah,
Raymond Felton, you just named PJ Harrison was a shooting guard, pardon me. But
yeah,
still, one of the greats. One of the greats, man. The list just goes on and on and on, bro. Like we don't even have time. Um, but the guy from UConn brought up a great point that I hadn't even really um actually took into consideration. He said it is a closer it's closer than what y'all want to give it credit because UConn has just as many championships as North Carolina. I didn't know that.
yeah.
Didn't know that. That's a good point.
Great
That,
point.
then they went to talk about some some big man play. They spoke about Rasheed versus Omeka Okafor in college. Hey yo, you had to be there. Omeka was a dog. Are
Yeah, he
you
was.
crazy? Are you crazy, man? And listen, I'm watching this whole clip and I'm getting I'm in the room just getting so excited because this is something that I feel like we should have been put together and had this conversation. But because we be coming up with all scenarios, all
Yeah.
kind of scenarios ourselves too. But this is crazy. I mean, who you got in the Rasheed and Omeka Okafor spar off? You know what I mean? Who gets that?
What? This,
And look, they even try to slide James Worthy in there too.
right.
You know,
Look, man, I'm gonna start this off by saying I am extremely biased, but the Connecticut guy is right. It's a hell of a lot closer than what I may feel comfortable giving it credit for. It is extremely close. Man, okay, so I'm just gonna run it, and I just did this from the '90s on. Now I didn't even touch the '80s. I didn't even touch the 80s. So just from I'm going strictly off guard play right now.
guard play,
From
best
UConn,
guards.
Ray Allen,
Uh huh.
right? Kimber Walker,
Yeah.
Rip Hamilton,
Yep.
Shabazz Napier. Now let's keep in mind.
Oh, yo, Shabbat.
I'm talking college. I'm talking college. I know he didn't do but so much in the
No,
NBA.
Shabazz was a dog. He was a dog in college.
Right? You got, as of recent, you got, Karis LeVert, he was cool, Jalen Adams. You got my man Boatwright and Jerome Dyson. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna do the list of guard play from the '90s from the Tar Heels. Check this out, Big V. You done named out some of them. Vince Carter, huh? Ty Lawson, who is
Dog.
Raymond Felton 2.0, faster, stronger, quick. I'm gonna keep going. Did we forget about Kendall Marshall? Did we forget about Kendall Marshall, who I would argue, had he not gotten his arm broken in the tournament, we could have won that year. But I'm gonna keep moving because I don't want. We ain't got but so much time. Joel Berry II, aka who I call Grady from Sanford and Son, because he kind of looked like he could be related to Grady from Sanford and Son, Mr. Joel Berry. Raymond Felton, of course. Oh, are we going to forget about the newest Charlotte Hornet named Kobe White? We can't forget about him. You got Danny Green, Justin Jackson, Marcus Pace, Nasir Little. Damn it, Big V. That's just guards. That's just guards. So I will give us the edge in that. Oh, but then you know what? With the help of Chat GPT, I said, Mr. or Mrs. Chat GPT, whichever one it is. I said, I need you to rattle me off a list of all-time greats for UConn and the Tar Heels. And then here's what he or she may have said, Big V. Here's what they may have said. Of course, they said for UConn, Kimber Walker. We know that. Ray Allen. We know that. Emeka Okafor. You just brought that up, right? Richard Hamilton, Shabazz Napier, Chris Smith, Ben Gordon. And then she even listed off. She even threw females in the mix. We ain't even talking about that right now, right? I don't want to say Nafisa Collier from I don't want to talk about women's basketball because that's a whole other conversation. But let me keep going because I'm talking too much and I'm rambling. But then we hit the all-time Tar Heels, Big V. This is what the Chat GPT brought up. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, the first. James Worthy, Tyler Hansbrough. We can't forget about him.
Yes.
Vince Carter. Oh, we're not going to sleep on Kenny Smith. Antoine Jameson, Bob McAdoo. And an honorable mention of women's basketball, Marcus Johnson. I'm not too familiar with her. I will familiarize myself with that later.
And Jerry Stackhouse, damn it.
And Jerry, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, who would I give the edge to? Us. How close is it? Very close to UConn.
Oh, dog.
That's the best they're going to get out of me.
And that's good because we're not saying it would be a total blowout.
No.
We're just saying that out of 10 games, we're going to get 6. That's all I'm saying. We're going to get 6, possibly 7.
If I had to put money on it,
depending on the lineup.
If we had an over-under at 6, I would probably nail it right at 6. I would probably push and say 6 right on the spot.
I mean, they brought up Ty Lawson versus Kimba. Karan Butler versus Jerry Stackhouse was dope. Karan was a dog in college, dog.
Yeah, he was.
And so was Jerry, of course.
So was Stackhouse.
Theo Pinson said, yo, man, whatever 5 UConn got, just line them up whatever 5 we got, and we going to win it. He said, yo, bro, we got 11 National Players of the Year. 11.
I thought those dudes about to come to blows on that daggone podcast, Big V. I thought some violence. That was more heated than our Dwight Howard being a top 75 debate. I'm like, man, where's security? We need a WWE referee up in there somewhere, Big V. I thought it was about to go down.
I love it, man. That's what I love about sports, man. I love that's how you supposed to talk.
You brought up a good point, though, Big V. This is why you need the college basketball game to come back and they need to bring, and I know it may be too many people to pay out because I would love for them to do how they do on 2K where you can play with historical teams. And I would just love for it to generate top 5 Tar Heel players against top 5 UConn players. And we just going to play. We just going to play virtually. That's what we going to do. Could you imagine? But I get it. You got to pay these cats, but somebody should be able to do a mod and figure it out. I got hope. AI is in full effect now. Somebody figure it out.
Figure it out, please, yo. Let's shift to the NBA because I want to get into my John Starks appreciation bag. You know what I mean? Yeah. And why I want to bring this up. I was watching him on the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast with Carmelo Anthony and his staff. Shout out to them. Really great interview they did with John Starks. And I just learned a few things that I did not know, Corey. I knew he was a dog. I knew that he was an NBA legend, of course. But I want to bring up some things that I did not know. I did not know that he is one of 5 undrafted players to be an All-Star. Didn't know that. Man, I didn't know that when he was in college that his wife used to take the Bulls game so he could try to figure out how to beat Mike. In college, he would have her take the games and and he would come and watch them, and that was kind of like his thing. Like, I have to figure out how to get on this level, and I think that's so fire. I think that's fire on both of the ends for his wife to do it and for him to have that much dedication to the game. I love that. I didn't know either that he played for Golden State first and almost was a Pacer.
Did not know that either. I'm learning some new things today.
Man, you got to check out the podcast, man. And if you're not familiar with who John Starks is, dog, do yourself a favor and go on YouTube. I like the fact, too, that he brought up that to this day, Michael Jordan says that he did not get dunked on when he went to the baseline in that famous game where clearly Jordan, you are in the poster. You with Jordan, I love you, but it ain't no argument. You got to stop it. At this age, this big age you're at, you got to stop it. You're in the poster. You were in the air. You were trying to attempt to block John Starks, and he leaned in on Craig Hodges. Ooh, some nasty, Corey. You were there, Jordan. You're literally in the poster. How are you still telling John, yo, big dog, you didn't dunk on me? He dunked on a of y'all, and then that couple, it was you too, MJ. I love you, dog. Well, you know that, man, but you gotta cut it out. If that's what you're running around doing at
Yeah.
your big age till to today, you gotta knock it off, Corey. Come on, Corey. He's still running around saying that. Come on.
Hey man, you think it can't happen to you until it do.
Uh huh.
Um, you, I think Michael Jeffrey Jordan forgot that like there's like clips of this all over the place. Like I think he acts like that YouTube doesn't exist or that NBA TV doesn't exist.
Oh, that poster doesn't exist. It does.
Look, see, this is exactly why, because of what we doing, cats be making business decisions because of stuff like this. Because look, man, on one end, I applaud Jordan because you're going to get that defensive effort. You're like that is definitely lost out on today's game. But dude, hey, when it happens, man, you just got as P Diddy would say, you got to take that. Like
and pause.
oh yeah, a whole bunch of pausing going on with that right there. Yeah, but look, John Starks to me was the glue of the New York Knicks in the 90s. Like they don't make the finals without him. And I get it, it's a team game, so it's more than that. But no, John Starks, man, that guy is the truth. And he'll give you everything he got on that court. And he's a guy that should be saluted.
Salute to John Starks, man, and thank you.
Yes, sir.
For leaving it all out there on the court every time you played against Chicago, whatever team. You know what I mean? During those times when I was a child, Chicago was my squad. And man, it was nothing like hearing and
I'm glad the NBA is back on NBC. Hey, real quick, Big V. One thing that I don't like though, and I hope it's changed because I haven't watched it in a minute. I want to say it's the Big East. They play that.
They gotta stop it. They gotta cut it out. They gotta stop. I don't like it.
I'm like, what is that?
No, they gotta
like that is NBA first and foremost, and it should only be the NBA, and it should only be on NBC. That's how this works. You don't the Big East on FS1. I don't want to hear that on Saturdays unless it's an NBA game on Saturday.
It's trash,
and it has to be on NBC. So stop it.
Knock it off. That's trash. I thought the same thing when I first heard it. I said, yo, that's nasty. It's trash. I don't like it.
Disgusting.
You know, I was so thrown off at why the Big East or whoever is doing
Big East
college team, why y'all using it as the theme song on FS1? It's nasty.
What is that?
I don't like it. Like you said, if you're gonna use the famous NBA theme song, let it be at least on NBC and at least maybe during the tournament. Like, y'all over there playing BYU or something, you know what I mean? I don't know, y'all.
Every week, I'm like,
right? Knock it off. I don't like it. Stop it. And no, and it don't even sound right if it's on another network. You can't be playing that on TNT, FS1, ESPN, only on NBC. Stop it.
Say that.
Stop it, man. Yo, listen. Salute to John Stark. Salute everybody that be tuning in each and every week. You know what I mean? To the Zone Sports Podcast. We appreciate y'all so much, man. We got much more popping off. I promise y'all, man. Listen, I'm secretly trying to, I said secretly, but I'm going to share. I'm secretly trying to get Stackhouse to come on here. This is my public plea for Jerry Stackhouse to come.
At least during the off season, we know you coaching the Golden State right now, but yo, hit us up in the off season, Jay Stack.
We just need 15 minutes of your time, big dog. We just want to salute you. That's it, and that's all. You know what I mean? We love you over here, man. You know what I mean? And we love everybody that be tapping in. You know what I mean? Corey, I appreciate you, man. Each and every week, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Skyzone.Society network. Y'all know how we doing over there. You know what I mean? Corey, you know what I mean? Everybody watching, y'all know how we in this thing. Peace.